Behind every R-Vee dealership are rows of rigs they're desperate for you not to notice, because picking the wrong one could drain thousands from your wallet.
R-Vee shoppers today aren't just overwhelmed, they're terrified. And frankly, they have a right to be. That's why I asked nearly 200,000 R-Veers what they would do differently
before your first road trip even begins. So which R-Vees are rotting on lots? Which ones are so overpriced that dealers will practically pay you to take them? And which surprise model flips from a don't buy into a smart buy? Stick with me, because by the end of this list, you'll know exactly where the real bargains and the biggest money traps are hiding. Number 18. Jayco Red Hawk Special Edition. Dealers panic as this so-called affordable motorhome keeps sitting unsold despite endless discount offers. Promoted as an affordable Class C motorhome, it is built on a dependable Ford chassis, offering mechanical confidence for new buyers. Yet once families tour the interior, compromises quickly become apparent. Cabinetry is thin, storage is minimal, and the overall design feels stripped down compared to rivals. While suitable for weekend outings, it falls short on extended trips. Competitors deliver stronger value, leaving the Red Hawk Special Edition sitting unsold far too often. Where the Red Hawk falters in delivering comfort beyond the basics, our next entry demonstrates that even nostalgia and decades of heritage cannot prevent an older nameplate from losing momentum in the modern marketplace. Number 17. Coachman Leprechaun. Heavy markdowns prove dealers struggle desperately to move this nostalgic coach off crowded lots today. Marketed as a dependable Class C motorhome built on widely available gasoline-powered chassis, it seems at first to offer reliability and tradition. Yet closer inspection reveals clear weaknesses. Many layouts feel cramped, storage is limited, and cabinetry appears less substantial than modern expectations demand. Efficiency also lags compared to smaller competitors. Buyers quickly notice that rivals like the Thor Chateau or Forest River Sunseeker provide fresher designs for similar payments, leaving Leprechaun models unsold for 150 days. As the Leprechaun demonstrates, reputation built in the past cannot guarantee strong demand in the present. Moving from this aging symbol of mid-market mediocrity, the countdown now turns to a Thor model that shows how even a long-running brand can stumble when it leans too heavily on familiarity instead of genuine innovation. Number 16. Thor Chateau. Dealerships beg for buyers as these aging Class C rigs gather dust month after month. Its reputation draws shoppers into dealerships, but once inside, many discover that the interiors feel dated. Upholstery and cabinetry reflect designs that seem stuck in the past, leaving buyers underwhelmed. Although it rides on proven gasoline-powered chassis and provides family-oriented layouts, the handling is often clumsy when compared to newer rivals. With pricing caught between budget and premium categories, the Chateau lingers unsold for more than 180 days, requiring steep discounts. If the Thor Chateau teaches anything, it is that a long-running nameplate cannot survive on recognition alone. From this reminder of stagnation disguised as tradition, we now shift gears toward a Forest River model that demonstrates how offering too much variety without focus can overwhelm buyers and weaken demand. If you're enjoying this countdown so far, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below, telling me which motorhome you think truly deserves a spot here. Your input helps shape the next list and keeps this conversation alive. Number 15. Forest River Sunseeker. Too many floor plans create confusion, leaving dealers overstocked and desperate to push Sunseeker units quickly. At first, this variety seems appealing, but in reality it overwhelms shoppers and dilutes the brand's identity. With dozens of floor plans, buyers struggle to identify real value, and interior quality can feel inconsistent across trims. Some units reveal fit and finish concerns that disappoint at the asking price. In a market where monthly payments are scrutinized, many customers turn to clearer rivals like the Winnebago Mini Winnie. Dealers often find Sunseeker units sitting unsold for more than 170 days. From the case of the Forest River Sunseeker, we learn that too much variety can blur value rather than enhance it. Moving forward from this lesson in oversupply and diluted identity, the countdown now arrives at a Jayco model that illustrates how affordability on paper can still fall short when the execution leaves families underwhelmed. Number 14. Jayco Alante. Despite its entry-level promise, Jayco Alante clogs dealer lots, forcing constant incentives and desperate promotions. It promised affordability and the strength of the Jayco brand name, but closer inspection reveals its weaknesses. Interiors are plain, with cabinetry and upholstery that lack inspiration, while highway handling is often considered less stable than buyers expect. Many families discover that slightly higher monthly payments can secure a Winnebago Adventurer or even a used diesel pusher with greater comfort. As a result, Alante units linger for over 160 days. The story of the Jayco Alante proves that entry level does not automatically equal strong demand, especially when competitors offer more excitement for only a little extra cost. From this tale of missed expectations in the Class A segment, we now pivot toward a Winnebago model that once promised innovation, but instead became a reminder of how even respected brands can misjudge consumer desires. Number 13. Winnebago Fuse. Discontinued Fuse units haunt dealers' lots, leaving managers begging buyers with steep bargain basement discounts. It promised fuel efficiency, nimble handling, and European-inspired styling, offering an alternative to bulky gasoline-powered competitors. However, the execution fell short of expectations. Buyers often found the layouts narrow, storage limited, and pricing uncomfortably close to larger coaches that provided greater space and amenities. Sales lagged, leading to its quiet discontinuation after only a few years. Leftover units have remained on lots for more than 150 days, burdening dealers with costly financing. From this example of innovation colliding with consumer hesitation, we shift our attention toward a Holiday Rambler model that demonstrates how even heritage-rich names can lose momentum when they fail to deliver the features modern travelers expect. Number 12. Holiday Rambler Admiral. Dealers slash prices hard because this once prestigious name now lingers unsold, losing appeal every week. Its familiar name still attracts buyers, but the modern version fails to deliver on expectations. Interiors look dated, with finishes reminiscent of the early 2000s rather than the year 2025. Modest power ratings leave drivers less confident on steep grades, while handling can feel unstable on long trips. Dealers report units lingering unsold for over 150 days, leading to steep discounts that cut profitability. The decline of the Holiday Rambler Admiral demonstrates how even a respected heritage name can fade when it fails to evolve with consumer expectations, leaving behind this once celebrated coach that risks being remembered more for unsold inventory than adventure. We now turn toward a Thor motor coach experiment that aimed for uniqueness but discovered that narrow niches can sometimes backfire dramatically. Number 11. Thor motor coach Outlaw. The niche garage design limits buyers, and desperate dealers beg anyone to finally purchase one. It was designed for adventurous travelers bringing motorcycles or all-terrain vehicles, but its niche appeal limits demand. Families often see the garage as wasted space, while enthusiasts view the high price, often well into the six figures, as prohibitive. Interiors are simplified, and the added garage weight reduces ride comfort. Dealers frequently report Outlaw units sitting unsold for more than 180 days, creating costly financing burdens and forcing heavy discounts. The lesson of the Thor motor coach Outlaw is clear. Going too far into a niche can backfire if the target audience is too small. Moving away from this tale of limited appeal and adventurous risk, the countdown now shifts toward a Winnebago model, whose once respected reputation is now weighed down by dated execution and fading consumer enthusiasm. Number 10. Fleetwood Flair. Rising costs and outdated design force dealers to push Flair units with aggressive discount campaigns. Its name has endured for decades, familiar to many who remember it from highway travel in the late 20th century. Yet the modern version struggles to keep pace with today's expectations. Interiors echo the late 1990s, with finishes that appear outdated compared to newer competitors. Handling is heavy, fuel efficiency is poor, and rising gasoline prices only magnify concerns. Pricing has crept upward, overlapping with better-equipped rivals. Dealers report Flair models sitting unsold for over 170 days, forcing deep discounts to generate minimal buyer interest. The Fleetwood Flair stands as a clear example of how an aging formula can no longer compete in a crowded marketplace. From this story of a once proud nameplate now gathering dust, we move next to a Winnebago model that highlights how brand recognition alone cannot rescue a motorhome weighed down by outdated styling and uninspired execution. Number 9. Winnebago Adventurer. Dealers panic as this aging Winnebago icon struggles against modern competitors and sits unsold endlessly. Its name once evoked road trips and family adventures, but in the marketplace of the year 2025, its appeal has weakened. Shoppers now expect sleek technology, modern interiors, and better fuel efficiency. Instead, they encounter layouts that feel closer to the early 2000s, with decor, cabinetry, and upholstery that appear dated. Though reliable, the chassis delivers handling often described as bulky on long highway drives. Monthly payments approach the cost of more luxurious diesel pushers or better-equipped gas models. Dealers frequently report adventurer units sitting unsold for over 200 days, forcing deep markdowns. The fading appeal of the Winnebago Adventurer underscores the danger of relying on heritage without meaningful modernization. As this veteran model struggles to remain relevant, our countdown now guides us toward a Thor motorcoach experiment that attempted to reinvent the very definition of a motorhome, but ended up trapped in an identity crisis instead. Number 8. Thor Motorcoach Axis. Confused identity means Axis motorhomes remain unsold, forcing dealers into non-stop begging discount routines. On paper, it promised innovation, but in practice, it has struggled to satisfy buyers. Smaller than traditional Class A models, yet carrying a price that often matches larger rigs, it feels caught in the middle. Interiors are functional but uninspiring, lacking the upscale finishes expected at its cost. Ride quality is more nimble than big coaches, yet unsettled on highways. Neither compact enough for van life nor spacious enough as a true Class A, the Axis lingers unsold. The Thor Motorcoach Axis demonstrates how innovation must be balanced with clear purpose. Otherwise, a model risks pleasing no one. From this confused experiment that never found its footing, our countdown now pivots toward a Forest River creation that attempted a hybrid trailer concept but ultimately revealed the shortcomings of half measures in a competitive market. Before we finish the top picks, make sure you subscribe right now so you never miss another deep dive like this one. Future countdowns might reveal the deal you've been waiting for, and you'll want to be ready. Number 7. Forest River Rockwood Roo. Hybrid concept disappoints families, leaving Roo trailers unsold and forcing desperate dealership clearance sales repeatedly. At first, the concept seems appealing, especially for families seeking flexibility, yet drawbacks soon appear. The canvas ends expose campers to temperature swings, outside noise, and potential moisture, raising questions about comfort and long-term durability. Meanwhile, pricing has climbed close to fully enclosed trailers, which buyers often view as sturdier and more secure. As a result, Rockwood Roo models often sit unsold for over 170 days, requiring steep discounts. The Forest River Rockwood Roo proves that partial solutions rarely deliver lasting satisfaction in a demanding marketplace. Leaving this hybrid compromise behind, the countdown now turns toward a premium-priced compact van from Coachmen that demonstrates how elegance without practicality can leave buyers unconvinced and dealers struggling to close the sale. Number 6. Coachmen Beyond. Excessive luxury pricing slows sales, forcing Beyond units to linger unsold despite desperate dealer discounts. Its polished cabinetry, modern interiors, and upscale finishes create a high-end first impression. However, the steep price, often well into the $150,000 range, pushes shoppers to compare it with larger Class C models that offer full bathrooms, more storage, and greater living space at similar monthly payments. Families find the Beyond small layouts restrictive for extended trips. As a result, units frequently remain unsold for more than 180 days, forcing discounts. The Coachmen Beyond serves as a reminder that luxury without versatility can struggle in a competitive marketplace. From this tale of premium pricing undermining practicality, the countdown now moves toward an Integra model that highlights how brand overlap and subtle differences can confuse shoppers rather than inspire them to spend thousands more. Number 5. Integra Odyssey. Minimal upgrades over Jayco Cousins stall Odyssey sales, leaving dealers begging customers for overlooked purchases. Marketed as a step above the mainstream Jayco lineup, it suggests refinement and quality, but closer inspection reveals the differences are minimal. Interiors closely resemble those of the Jayco Redhawk, offering only slight improvements in trim and finish. For families carefully weighing monthly payments, these modest upgrades do not justify spending thousands more. Buyers expecting genuine luxury often feel underwhelmed, leaving the Odyssey stuck without a clear identity. Many instead choose the less expensive Jayco or competitors with stronger features. Dealers frequently report Odyssey units sitting unsold for more than 150 days, eventually requiring deep discounts. The Integra Odyssey illustrates how brand overlap can generate confusion and diminish sales rather than strengthen loyalty. Moving away from this case of blurred identity, our countdown now shifts toward a Forest River entry-level Class A coach that shows how straddling the line between budget and luxury can leave a motorhome stranded in no man's land. Number 4. Forest River Georgetown 3 Series. Unsold Georgetown. 3 units sit endlessly, making dealerships slash prices and plead with hesitant buyers. With roots going back to the 1990s, the Georgetown name once carried weight, but the 3 Series often disappoints modern buyers. Interiors feel plain, with simplified finishes that fall short of expectations. Handling and ride comfort also underwhelm, especially on long interstate drives where stability matters most. Shoppers comparing financing often discover that slightly higher payments secure more upscale rivals, while cheaper Class C models provide better practicality. As a result, these units frequently remain unsold for over 200 days. The Forest River Georgetown 3 Series demonstrates how being trapped between categories can be as damaging as lacking features outright. From this example of a motorhome stranded in the middle, our countdown now shifts to a Gulfstream creation that highlights the challenges of living in a confusing in-between niche that fails to resonate with either solo travelers or families. Number 3. Gulfstream BT Cruiser. Dealers discount heavily, yet BT Cruiser units still linger, proving this middle ground design cannot sell. At first, this middle ground identity seems appealing, but in practice, it causes confusion. Families find it too small for long trips, while couples wanting van-like agility see it as bulky and awkward. Its design does not suit extended off-grid travel, further limiting appeal. Despite Gulfstream's respected history, the BT Cruiser is often priced ambitiously against rivals offering clearer value. As a result, many units linger unsold for more than 150 days, requiring steep discounts. The Gulfstream BT Cruiser demonstrates the risks of trying to be everything at once while succeeding at neither extreme. From this confused identity caught between 2 classes, the countdown now steers toward a compact Winnebago model that aimed to capture budget-conscious adventurers, but instead left many shoppers questioning its value. Number 2. Winnebago Solus Pocket. High pricing and minimal features leave Solus Pocket vans stranded, forcing dealers into desperate discounting. Built on the Ram ProMaster chassis, it includes a small galley, fold-out sleeping, and a portable toilet, but many quickly notice the absence of a full bathroom, limited storage, and cramped seating. These shortcomings make extended trips uncomfortable. Despite being positioned as budget-friendly, pricing often climbs above $90,000, placing it near larger Class C models that provide far more amenities. Dealers report Solus Pocket units lingering over 160 days, requiring deep discounts to finally move. The Winnebago Solus Pocket is a cautionary tale that aiming too small can alienate the very audience a manufacturer hoped to capture. From this modest van that misses its mark, our countdown now arrives at the final entry, a Thor motor coach model that reveals how being stranded between budget and luxury can leave even a recognizable name struggling to survive. Number 1. Thor Motor Coach Windsport. Neither budget nor luxury, Windsport stagnates on lots, and panicked dealers beg customers to bite. Positioned as a mid-tier Class A, it promises more features than budget rigs while avoiding premium pricing. In practice, however, the Windsport feels overpriced for newcomers and underwhelming for seasoned travelers who expect refinement. Interiors appear dated, handling is often heavy on highways, and fuel costs add to the disappointment. Dealers frequently report these units lingering for more than 180 days, eventually forcing steep markdowns that erode already thin profits. The Thor Motor Coach Windsport represents the clearest example of how living in the middle of the market can be the most dangerous place of all. With this final entry, the countdown comes full circle, revealing the many ways in which design missteps, pricing errors, and outdated thinking leave dealerships desperate to move inventory while savvy buyers search for smarter opportunities. You've now seen the 18 recreational vehicles that have dealerships panicking, cutting prices, and begging for buyers. For smart shoppers, this knowledge can save thousands and help you spot the hidden opportunities others overlook. Remember, every rig tells a story, but not every story ends with value. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, share it with fellow travelers, and most importantly, subscribe so you're first in line for future countdowns that guide your next adventure.